Taiwan, worth $11 billion. From bureaus worldwide, this is FSA.
Rebound! One time! Go, go, go! Get out! Run! Run! Anyway.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. We are back after a long Christmas holiday break. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic with you. It's a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, and welcome to a Monday, the 29th day of December for 2025. Ready to get your day started the right way with all the news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. Boy, there's plenty to talk about since we last talked to you last. We'll get started with the Nebraska football team as they continue preparations for Wednesday's game against Utah in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Talk about that coming up. Got some comments from Vegas, from Husker head coach Matt Rule. Utah is going to have a new coach guiding the team in Las Vegas. We'll tell you about that coming up as former coach Kyle Whittingham has all of a sudden taken a new job prior to the game on Wednesday. There's also a new face helping out the Nebraska defense to prepare for the game against the Utes. The Nebraska women's basketball team will be back on the floor today following their Christmas break as they take on a ranked opponent at Pinnacle Bank Arena. The Nebraska men's basketball team in action tomorrow night to try to keep their undefeated season alive as they play host to New Hampshire. A former Nebraska defensive lineman is planning to enter the transfer portal after spending just one season at Florida State. We'll talk about that coming up. Hastings College basketball teams in action this weekend. Actually, this week as they get back from their Christmas break. The Lopers going to be in action. High school basketball going to be involved with the holiday tournaments this week. And the late NFL game last night, an exciting one, as San Francisco beat Chicago by the score of 42-38. So that's just some of the things we'll be talking about here this morning as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning, stranger.
And a good morning as we get up here on the holiday, another holiday week. We go from one long holiday break straight into another, and excited to get going here on a Monday morning, especially the Monday after Christmas. I guess the first question on everybody's chapped lips here on this very frosty, cold Monday morning. How was Christmas for you?
Hey, Christmas was great. Christmas was great. I'm glad at least Christmas is over. In fact, in the office and in the Christmas mansion, all the Christmas decorations were taken down on the 26th.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why, but the wife, the bookkeeper.
Because it was like 70 degrees outside?
Yeah, and they didn't feel like Christmas anymore, so now we're in the Happy New Year spirit, which we'll have this week. And again, you and I will work only actually Monday and Tuesday for the show this week. I will have a Hastings College game for you on Wednesday, but as far as Huddle Up is concerned, just Monday and Tuesday this week.
Yeah, basketball on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, basketball on New Year's Eve.
It's a hell of a way to spend it.
It's going to be early.
Okay.
1 o'clock tip-off.
Ooh, nice.
1 o'clock. Then we got the Huskers, of course, at 2:30, kicking off in Vegas, and then we slide right into the New Year's Eve celebration. So it's going to be a full day on Wednesday, just not on the show.
That's right.
Anyway, how'd you get through the weekend?
Obviously, somehow we're here. We arrived and we made it, but we had a great holiday Christmas. Was able to spend some time with family and friends, as is the time-honored tradition of the holidays. Do want to say, and we give special shout-outs to the show, especially when we get gifts that are given especially because of the show. And for the last 2 years, my trick to get more coffee mugs in the studio has come through. Of course, every year I have been utilizing the Iowa coffee mug, which draws a lot of concern from our Husker faithful on why I would be just gaslighting the Nebraska fans by continuing to don the Iowa coffee mug. So a year ago, Ryan bought me the amazing Husker mug, which still makes occasional appearances on the show. This year, however, we got for Christmas from the longtime listener and viewer of the show, cousin Noah, comes through in the clutch, and he's answering the question that I think a lot of people in the audience probably ask in terms of what's in Ty's coffee mug. And this is one of the most clever mugs I've seen. He got it from Manhattan Brewing Company down in Kansas. It's probably beer is what the coffee mug reads. And we are excited to debut that. So,
wow.
In answer to all of your questions, yeah, it's probably beer.
Hopefully it's not, though. Hopefully it's not.
It's a 2-day work week, my man.
I know, but it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
And?
Yeah, so. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. Let's start with the NFL. Last night's an exciting ball game for you. San Francisco beating Chicago by a score of 42-38. Very entertaining game last night. San Francisco wins it to win their 6th in a row. They're now 12-4 in the season. Chicago, the Bears, they dropped to 11-5, but an exciting game in the NFL last night to cap off the week.
Yeah, and I saw Brock Purdy had a day, but that's really all I saw. And here's the most super petty fantasy football guy response I could possibly give to you. The game had zero implications on my fantasy football weekend whatsoever. It wasn't in my Blazing 5. It wasn't involved in fantasy football. I had zero reason to get sunk into 49ers and Bears. Even though it's a game of featuring two of the NFC's best teams, I could have cared less because my fantasy football implications had shored up to. I was more interested and locked in to the Raiders and the Giants, the two teams that were playing essentially for the first pick next year. And the Raiders, by the way, Pete Carroll, take a bow. Your ability to dive and take a team and absolutely dig it further into zero. Pete Carroll took over the Raiders' job. The Raiders were at 0. Pete Carroll has found a way to dig even further into a hole in Vegas. They are miserable. That is a miserable football team. And the first pick in the draft isn't going to change Vegas whatsoever. And I think that Jets fans will agree. And they can certainly sympathize. And they've certainly won the race to these early draft picks every single year. Getting the early round draft pick every single year isn't going to fix the amount of holes that are in the boat, right? Like one piece of bubble gum isn't going to fix 11 other holes in the boat. And I think that analogy fits with they are the most miserable. That's a team. There are some high school. I would put Papio South and Millard South up against those guys, and I think it would be an entertaining football game. The Giants raked and shoved, and Jackson Dart had a day. Wan'Dale Robinson, PPR goldmine. Unfortunately, we don't play by our PPR rules. Otherwise, Wan'Dale Robinson would have had 31 points. Instead, he finishes with 11. More griping to come from the commissioner in the offseason. But yeah, I was focused on Vegas and the Giants this weekend.
Wow.
And the Bills and Eagles, obviously, which was fun football the way it finished. Unfortunately, couldn't convert on the 2-point conversion. What the hell happened to Chief Indoor Steelers this week? That was a disaster. They lost to you-know-who.
Yeah, Pittsburgh losing.
Apparently, all Miami needs to do is change their quarterback to Quinn Ewers.
Let's get back to Buffalo.
Oh, sure. You can go there.
Yeah, I thought I would throw that in there.
I was just going to gloss over it.
Yeah, you were. Philadelphia beating Buffalo yesterday 13-12. Yeah, as you mentioned, Buffalo going for a 2-point conversion after scoring late in the game. They didn't do anything offensively to most of that game, but
nobody could.
No, your man took him down the field and scored a touchdown.
You saw the game?
Yeah, I did.
You saw the conditions they were playing in. Nobody was driving down the field and scoring in that slop. I love it, and I will still vouch for it. And you will shake your head when I say we lost a game because of the weather, and I still would rather have the open air stadium in Buffalo and playing shit like that.
Well, you can take this loss for what it's worth.
We do.
Philadelphia 13-12 over Buffalo. New England beating the Jets yesterday 42-10. Jacksonville over Indy 23-17. Phillip Rivers 17 out of 30. 147 yards, a touchdown, an interception yesterday for Indianapolis. The Browns, as you mentioned, beat Pittsburgh by a score of 13-6. So those are some of the highlights from NFL football on Sunday. Your Monday game is going to have the Rams at Atlanta. So that's the recap on NFL football from yesterday. Blazing 5. Let's slide into the Blazing 5.
How'd you do?
Again, a miserable week.
Oh, no.
Let's throw the picks up.
2 and 3.
I was 2-3 this week to go to 41-54 on the season. The IT guy, he went 3-2.
Ooh.
So he's 47-1.
So that put us at the 500 mark before I come in and go 2-3.
2-3 this week. You go 2-3, so you're now at 57-38. So you and I both go 2-3 this week. IT guy goes 3-2. We're gonna have to bring out the Frozen 5 again.
Maybe
for a
it's
holiday.
cold outside.
It might match the weather this week.
It's cold outside.
Anyway, because we're not going to be here on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, we'll have the Blazing 5 coming up tomorrow. Blazing 5 participants, remember, picks tomorrow on this show. Well, I'm at 7:30, but kind of a miserable week for us for the Blazing 5. I've thrown up the picks up on the screen for those of you watching some of our video action.
I don't know if you say it was miserable.
It was miserable.
I did some stupid things and tried to bet bowl games from the bowl sheet, and that was bullshit.
Yeah, that's from the bowl sheet.
That didn't work. UNLV got blown out by Ohio, and I thought, Ohio was in kind of turmoil with the coaching situation and everything. That didn't matter. Ohio rolled them. Missouri, that was a sad game. That was awful football. The Colts, the Saints, those were winners. The Bills, the Eagles, right? I said overs at 43.5. Again, if that game's played on neutral Chamber of Commerce weather, not
in a dome stadium.
Not in a damn dome stadium.
Yeah, in a dome stadium, the Bills probably would have won that game.
But we're never going to get a dome stadium, so get the dome stadium out of your head.
I know. I was also on Missouri. I was on Denver. I thought Denver would handle the Chiefs, but Kansas City played pretty well the other night. They covered against Denver. I was also on Green Bay. Those are all losers. I was on Penn State in their College Bowl game and New England yesterday, so those are my 2 wins. IT guy, he was on California. That was a loss in a bowl game.
That was a loss.
Eastern Carolina, he cashed in on. He got the overs on the Saints and the Titans. He got the Bengals to go through and win. And then he had the overs on Texas, or the Texans and the Chargers. And that did not cover. So those are our results. And again, we'll have our Blazing 5 coming up for you tomorrow on the show at 7:30.
That one didn't cover? I felt like that one covered.
No, it didn't cover. By a half a point or something like that.
Ouch.
Let's see. Let's bring you up to date on the bowl. We got so much to cover today. The bowl action, in case you missed some of the bowl action.
Get your bowl sheet.
Get your bowl sheet out. We'll bring you up to date on the bowl action.
Oh, man, there's a lot.
Let's see. What do we have? What do we have here? God, that's been so long ago since we've gotten together.
Would you want me to recap it?
Well, on the 24th, Christmas Eve, we had the Hawaii Bowl. Hawaii beat California 35-31.
Backup quarterback, last-second touchdown.
Really?
Yep.
The day after Christmas, on the 26th, we had the Sports Bowl. Northwestern beating Central Michigan 34-7.
God.
In the Rate Bowl, I did see some of this. Minnesota beat New Mexico 20-17. I was rooting for New Mexico in that one, but Minnesota scores in overtime. But P.J. Fleck, who you want to punch in the face.
Punchable face.
Yep, Minnesota beats New Mexico 20-17. First
cool.
Responders Bowl, Texas San Antonio over Florida International, 57-20. The Go Bowling Military Bowl on Saturday. Saw a little bit of this one. East Carolina beat Pittsburgh. Don't know why I watched it, but saw a little bit of it.
Because it was early and you were up early.
23-17, the final score. Mm-hmm. The Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. Penn State beat Clemson.
Offensive thriller.
22-10. Wasn't bad. 22-10.
Yankees hit more home runs in Yankee Stadium with their torpedo bats than points were scored.
In the Fenway Bowl, Army beat UConn 41-16. The Pop-Tarts Bowl, BYU over Georgia Tech 25-21. In the Snoop Dogg
Dog
Arizona Bowl, Fresno State beat Miami of Ohio 18-3. Let's see, we had a couple of other ones since we've talked to you last.
God,
New
you
Mexico
need to be high
Bowl.
to watch that game.
New Mexico Bowl. North Texas over San Diego State 49-47.
Hope you took the overs.
Yeah, really. The Gator Bowl we mentioned, Virginia beat Missouri 13-7. In the Texas Bowl, Houston over LSU 38-35. If you check your bowl sheet for today, we've got one. The Birmingham Bowl, Georgia Southern against Appalachian State. So that's
6-win team versus a 5-win team.
God, that's what's going on. At least I saw a little bit of the bowl action from over the weekend. So the playoffs, they're going to continue on Wednesday for the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Yeah, and New Year's Eve and New Year's will be the next round for the playoffs. Miami will play Ohio State on New Year's Eve. That'll be a night game, 6:30 on ESPN. So after you have Bronco basketball in the afternoon, followed by Nebraska football in the afternoon, you can slide right in and watch the next round of the playoffs. The Cotton Bowl with Miami taking on Ohio State. The other games will be on New Year's Day with Oregon and Texas Tech.
Oh, my God.
In the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl between Alabama and Indiana. Looking forward to seeing that one.
Oh, boy.
And the All-State Sugar Bowl with Ole Miss and Georgia. Those games will all be on New Year's Day.
I was going to... My liver's already throwing up the white flag for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Well, you probably put them in your Blazing Five this week.
We got an 11 o'clock kickoff bright and early on New Year's Eve with Iowa and Vandy in the ReliaQuest Bowl. You know we're watching that. Vegas Bowl at 2:30. Cotton Bowl at 6:30. Turn around and you're like, all right, well, maybe liver gets a break for New Year's Day. Nay. You start bright and early. Playoffs are going to run from 11-3, and that's how you do the playoffs.
The playoffs?
Last year ESPN effed it up, and they had playoff games that were running simultaneously, and I was irate. I was beside myself. I had no idea what kind of a programming nightmare you could possibly do that you'd had two playoff games running simultaneous. Last year they screwed it up. Kudos to ESPN for fixing it. 11-3-7. You have 10 hours of football.
Well, that's
12
the way
hours.
It should be.
That's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be.
Oh. Thank God we have Friday off.
All right, 402-834-1330 is our telephone number. If you'd like to chime in with some thoughts over the Christmas holiday break, something we've been talking about this morning, something on your mind, give us a shout out, 402-834-1330. Leave us a message on one of our social media sites. We're monitoring those comments as well.
Blue Dogs, watching the show too much. Says all three of us said playoffs at the same time. Playoffs. How I missed the bullshit. Yeah, we're back with the bullshit. Tyson, I'd like to know if you got that video game for Christmas or did you just buy it? Shane, yes, IT guy came over the Christmas holiday. That was a joy. He came over yesterday, by the way, and braved the cold.
Yeah,
got some new operating system software. All that's beside the point. While he came over, I was meandering my way around the Phoenix Raceway in my Arca Menard Series souped-up 94 Ford Mustang, sponsored by some odd barbecue pitmasters or something like that, Kingsford, some kind of car charcoal. Any hoodles, he's like, are you playing a NASCAR game?
Are you playing NASCAR 2025?
I am.
Because you want to get into our NASCAR fantasy league.
This is for research purposes only.
Wow.
Yep.
I would have fallen over dead if I would have walked into your house yesterday and you were sitting down and playing NASCAR video 2025.
I was mid-pit strategy. I didn't know if I needed to take two right sides or take the full four.
Now you're talking.
Didn't know how much control I would have left over, how much rubber would be on the left side, but
now you're talking.
Ultimately, took the two rights and gambled, and the gamble paid off. I kind of get the excitement.
God, now you're talking.
I can't wait to talk Arca Menard Series later on the show.
Well, we probably won't talk a lot of Arca, but you need to move up to the NASCAR.
I know. I got to graduate. Well, I got to stop. I got to learn how to do the super speedway and draft thing. Drafting's hard.
Yeah, you got to learn how to draft. You got to stay behind that car until the exact second.
I get put in the middle, and then my car just ping pongs on.
Oh yeah,
you're going three wide. You're going three wide. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm hitting the brakes.
You don't want to go three wide. Some of those tracks, go three wide. Speaking of NASCAR, did you hear about this?
Nope.
The home occupied by the parents of NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin.
Oh Jesus!
Was destroyed by fire last night in Gaston County, North Carolina. 2 people were taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. They haven't confirmed who those 2 people were. I assume it was Denny's parents. The fire resulted in the complete loss of the home. Took about 2 hours to put out the fire due to a lack of water in the area. They're in kind of a secluded area, as you might expect. In Gaston County, North Carolina, there weren't a lot of fire hydrants around, so they had to truck in water to fight the fire last night. But evidently the home occupied by the parents of NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin destroyed by fire last night. Denny evidently has a side real estate business on the side, and it was actually it was owned by Denny Hamlin Real Estate LLC or something, but it was commonly known as Denny's parents' house. So that's something we'll be watching.
Bummer.
Throughout the day today. The chief is chiming in. Are you running the Busch Light car?
Just get the Busch Light car. That's interesting. I haven't actually scrolled through the Sprint Cup series.
Yeah, I don't think the ARCA series, the Busch Light car is there. And you have to move up. You have to move up.
Yeah, and I would doubt that a video game would promote alcohol.
Oh, I bet it's on there.
I'd be very curious. I'll take a gander.
Yeah, if you get up to the NASCAR, the top series, I bet you can run Ross Chastain's car, and it'll be a Busch Light sponsor.
We got to graduate to trucks.
Oh yeah.
Then from trucks, we got to go to the is it the Nationwide series? Is that the lower tier?
It's
used to be Nationwide.
No, now it's the
that's right.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
That's right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, they're going to be the second tier series now. And then you move up to the top series.
And you move up to the top.
The second series is the O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's a long way to the top.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Woo!
Ow!
Ow! That's going to be annoying. I'm going to have to listen to that all season long.
I think we're just going to focus on the top division on the show and not worry about
occasionally, we don't talk a lot about the O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Woo! We don't talk a lot about that series, but when I go to racetracks, that's all people are getting.
Yeah.
Everybody will be singing that.
So Iowa and Kansas.
Kansas. I think I'm thinking about going to Chicago this year.
Ooh, that's a road course. You'd hate that.
No, they're not going. They're not going road course anymore.
Wait, what?
They're not going to do the road course in Chicago.
Well, that's stupid.
They're going to run it at a track. I think it's south of Chicago. Yeah, I wouldn't go if it was a road course. I hate those damn things. So anyway, that's our NASCAR chat for today. That's
a good chat.
Well, I didn't know that you were actually playing NASCAR 2025.
Watch out! Like I'm gonna come in hot in the fantasy NASCAR league this year. I'm gonna come in with so much knowledge.
You can play other people on that NASCAR 2025 video game.
I could.
My grandson would kick your butt.
Probably.
God, he got me to play it the other day. Kicked my butt.
All the drivers are mad at me because I keep hitting them.
Well, yeah, you can't just go out and ram people.
Elbows out, baby. Rubbin's racing.
So, anyway, those are some thoughts from the long holiday weekend. High school basketball team's going to be involved with holiday tournaments this week. Adams Central going to be playing in the Boone Central holiday tournament beginning tomorrow. And St. Cecilia is going to be playing in their traditional holiday tournament at Kearney Catholic. That one also gets underway tomorrow in Kearney. Mm-hmm. So good luck to the high school teams. By the way, Hunter Nepple is done for the season. If you haven't heard about that, Hunter Nepple injured in the Hastings College holiday hoops, whatever that was, last week. We played at Hastings College. Injured his knee. It turns out to be a season ender. So Adams Central will have to play the rest of the season without Hunter Nepple, their leading scorer. So
brutal.
We'll see how Zach Foster can adjust his offense to suit the players that they have left. So anything else we need to get to before the news break? We've talked to college football. We've talked to NFL football, NASCAR racing. Nebraska going to return to the floor this week. The women, they've actually got a tough game today. Mm-hmm. The women are going to come off of their Christmas break and host 17th ranked USC at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Remember, as we start this is the second half of the season, both the Nebraska men and women are 12-0, but the Nebraska women with a tough one today if you're looking for something to do. Huskers are 12-0, the Trojans 9-3. Nebraska ranked 20th in the nation. USC ranked 17th. Tip-off today will be at 2. You can see it on Big Plus today. The Nebraska men, they're going to play host to New Hampshire tomorrow night at PBA. Huskers are 12-0 in the season. New Hampshire is 4-8. Tip-off will be at 8 o'clock on BTN. So that's what's going on for Nebraska basketball. Are there a lot of people working this week? I know that people are probably taking off Thursday and Friday for New Year's, but are there a lot of people like just scratching off the whole week for the holidays, using up vacation time or PTO, or your boss was nice enough to let you off for the entire week? I don't know. Are people working this week?
I mean, I know a lot of people that are like doing the factory stuff and manufacturing plants around here. And for the most part, those manufacturing plants have been put on holiday time, so they're not going to go back till after the New Year's holiday is wrapped up and over.
Yeah, if you're in like a factory type deal, you don't want to.
Lot of you can't just have 2 days of production and 3 days off. So
no, and fire up the plant and everything. So right. I think you're right. A lot of those facilities are shut down one way or the other this week. Obviously, the people involved with the education system, unless you're a basketball coach, You're probably not doing anything this week. I think this is the most lackluster, productive week ever in the entire year. It's got to be.
Wow.
Well, it's got to be. Not a lot of people are working. And the people that are working have their minds on Christmas that was just completed or what they're going to do for New Year's, or they got an eye to a sports-related event, maybe watching it on your computer at work, maybe watching some of those games that you're going to miss because you're going to be at home. The bookkeeper, she's taking off all week, but she's going to work one day this week. And then she yells at us for working only 2 days. Hell, she's only going to work one day. She's going in like tomorrow to work, and you're going to take the rest of the week off. And then she's yelling at us because she thinks we're lazy because we're going to work 2 days this week.
Well, I mean, we are kind of lazy.
We're kind of lazy.
But we're also kind of enjoying it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm going to work Wednesday for a while because I'll have basketball.
Yeah, you got basketball.
But then I'm going to swing in to my New Year's Eve celebration. I'll probably watch the Huskers when we get done.
Yeah.
And then, I know, we got that playoff game on Wednesday night. Probably go out and grab some food somewhere.
A question for the gallery.
Yeah.
Because and I felt like this for the last couple of years. Now last year I actually did. I went out and I stayed up till midnight, and it was a different vibe. It was a different social setting. But the traditional New Year's Eve, I don't go out anymore, and I don't think a lot of people do.
They don't.
Is the New Year's Eve holiday faded from where it once was? Like, it used to be a marquee, can't miss drinking holiday, and everybody crashed the bars. I'd be very curious to see how bars actually fare when it hits midnight, if most of them are even open by midnight anymore.
I would say no.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say no. I don't think there's a lot to do.
We had our community celebration got canceled, so
yeah.
Saw that over the weekend.
Most bars don't stay open long enough to ring in the new year.
Yeah. The straight facts.
Yeah. I don't think the people celebrate New Year's like they used to back when we were in our prime. Yeah, I always looked forward to New Year's Eve. I mean, the gals all dressed up, and we kind of went out and did our thing. Yeah,
y'all partied hard too.
We did.
As a bartender that worked several New Year's Eves, like that was a can't miss. That one was one where I wasn't disappointed that I wasn't drinking because I was raking in so much cash.
Yeah,
I'd pull $200-$300 easy on New Year's Eve, easy. And I would hazard to guess that if I jumped back in the bar scene right now, my New Year's Eve would be miserable.
Be less than $50.
Yep, without a doubt.
Yeah, people don't celebrate New Year's Eve like they used to. They go out to dinner. A lot of people still go out to dinner.
Okay.
But I think after dinner, that's where it stops. That's where it stops. You can't get anybody to do anything else. They go home, obviously, probably because the laws have changed a little bit for a DWI. They don't want to take the risk. They don't want to have a designated driver. That's too much of a hassle for some of those couples. So they just go home. A lot of people have house parties, I think, instead. They don't go out like they used to anymore.
So that is one thing I'm excited about for January, is the pool of designated drivers substantially increases. Because I don't know if you've got friends that have already been talking about this, but I got a few friends that are like, "Hey, man," and the way they address it, and we'll get to news here in a second. I know we're running long, but I have to tell this story because the way they address it is almost like they're gonna go away for a long time. You know, they put their hand on the shoulder and like, "Hey, man, I just want you to know, I'm gonna do dry January this month." A dry January, of course, is like when you abstain from alcohol for an entire month in an effort to kind of like recorrect your liver from the long drinking holidays. And I'm okay with people doing it because for me, it's like, that's awesome. That means I can call you to be my designated driver. But yeah, it's so like, cause I have clients, I call them clients, my regulars over at the brewing company, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do dry January," and I'm like, "Oh well, shit, there goes half my revenue."
Why don't they do February as shorter?
That's what I says.
I know some people that do February.
Well, I could not do February. I couldn't do February. Abstaining from alcohol for a month in February. February is the most miserable month on the calendar.
Well,
I hate it.
You got like the Super Bowl. In February. You got the Super Bowl. You got the playoffs. You got conference tournament basketball at the end of the month. Getting ready.
Daytona 500 starts up.
500. But I know people that they take February off.
Oh no.
So, anyway, interesting stuff there. If you'd like to chime in on the New Year's Eve and what you got planned, hey, give us a call, 402-834-1330, 402-834-1330. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. You can leave us a message on one of our social media sites who are monitoring that as well. Good to be back here as the beginning of the week after our long Christmas holiday break. 7:35 now on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Our first focus as we come back after the holiday weekend will be coming up in January, and that'll be when the Nebraska legislature convenes for the 2026 session. And the this year's short 60-day session is scheduled to focus around the state budget. With the legislature facing a significant budget deficit, Speaker John Arch identified balancing the budget and addressing revenue shortfalls as his top priorities for the session. Lawmakers are expected to assess funding needs across the state services and consider difficult decisions to close the gap. Arch, who is term limited and beginning his final session as Speaker, emphasized the importance of timely debate and cooperation among senators to tackle these fiscal challenges. The Nebraska legislature holds annual sessions starting the first Wednesday after the first Monday in January. Follow the bouncing ball there. The 2025 session carried over bills to the 2026 short session, which will also address key issues like child welfare, health care, and economic development. Meanwhile, to our neighbors to the north in Grand Island, you got a new sheriff in town. Josh Burley has been sworn in as the new Hall County Sheriff. Burley was appointed by Hall County Commissioners following the retirement of longtime Sheriff Rick Conrad and will serve the remainder of the current term through 2026 with plans to run for a full term next year. Burley brings more than 20 years of law enforcement experience, including 2 decades with the Grand Island Police Department and 4 years as Chief Deputy with the Sheriff's Office. Congratulations to my good buddy Josh Burley on being named Sheriff of Hall County. 7:37, we'll spin things over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
So you know the sheriff now of Hall County?
you might know.
That's good on your part. The Nebraska football team continues preparations for Wednesday's game against Utah in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Nebraska is 7-5 in the season. Utah is 10-2. The Utes own a powerful rushing attack, averaging 269.8 yards per game to rank second in the nation. They are sixth in the nation in scoring offense and sixth in scoring defense. Kickoff for the game will be at 2:30 on ESPN. Utah will have a new coach guiding the team in Las Vegas. Former coach Kyle Whittingham was named the new head coach at Michigan over the weekend. Whittingham spent 32 years at Utah, including 21 as the head coach, compiling a record of 177 and 88. There's a new face helping the Nebraska defense prepare for the game against Utah. Former NFL defensive lineman Dave Tollefson is helping the Huskers defensive line. He played 8 years in the NFL with the Giants, the Raiders, and the Packers. The Nebraska women's basketball team will be back on the floor today following the Christmas break. The 20th-ranked Huskers will play host to 17th-ranked USC at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nebraska is 12-0 in the season. The Trojans are 9-3. Tip-off will be at 2 on Big Ten Plus. The Nebraska men's basketball team will play host to New Hampshire tomorrow night at PBA. The Huskers are 12-0 in the season. New Hampshire is 4-8. Tip-off will be at 8 tomorrow night on BTN. And a former Nebraska defensive lineman is planning to enter the transfer portal after spending just one season at Florida State. James Williams recorded 19 tackles and 1.5 sacks for the Seminoles this season. He spent 2 years at Nebraska after starting his college career at Iowa Central Community College. In 16 games for the Huskers, Williams totaled 18 tackles and 7 sacks. He'll have 2 years of eligibility remaining. NFL game last night, San Francisco beat Chicago 42-38. That's a sixth straight win for the 49ers. They are now 12-4. The Bears fall to 11-5 tonight. The Los Angeles Rams are at Atlanta. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:40 on Extreme Sports.
Here's a look at your weather forecast, powered by weatherology.com. Sunny skies today with a high of 29. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Lows level off around 15 tonight. Clear skies. Tomorrow, 49. Mid-50s Wednesday, much cooler on Thursday with highs in the upper 30s. And that's your forecast. I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson O'Brien with you. It's a Monday, the 29th of December for 2025. Again, thanks for joining us, whether you're listening to us on our website at x-streamsports.com, maybe on your smartphone with our free mobile app, your smart speaker, Roku TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch. Thanks for listening to us, and thanks for watching us, the people on the video stream here this morning. Again, we'll be here Monday and Tuesday. We'll be gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we ring in 2026. It's game week this week. Nebraska getting ready to play Utah in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. That's going to be on Wednesday. Kickoff will be at 2:30. You'll be able to see it on ESPN.
Not to be confused with SOS.
Yeah, you think we might need SOS instead?
We might be SOS.
Matt Rule out in Vegas having a good time. I saw him. He was on the zip line the other day.
Jesus.
Oh, he was. They were having a celebration in Las Vegas, and Matt Rule was on the zip line. That was
you ever done the zip line?
I've never done the zip. I've never had enough guts to do that. I'm fearful that the thing will stick.
And then you'll just be...
I'll just be hanging over Las Vegas on this wire.
I'd get you a big jumbo straw so you could get a drink.
Yeah, that's my fear. I've never had enough guts to actually get on the zip line, but Matt Rule did.
They did.
So, oh, by the way, I had a complaint on you over the weekend.
Oh, no.
They want you to readjust your camera when you have a chance.
Why?
Because you're not always in the picture all the time. You're like half on and half off. Like right now, part of your face is missing.
That's not my fault.
You need to readjust your camera. They said, hey, tell Ty next time you see him to make sure he readjusts his camera because he's not always in the picture all the time.
Two-Face.
Anyway, Nebraska, the Huskers, Matt Rule out in Vegas getting ready for the game. He said the team is focused for the game this week.
We let everyone go home for 4 days, and guys flew on Christmas to get here. Everyone was here on time. Even some guys, maybe a flight gets canceled or delayed, they all found a way to get here. And the minute we landed and didn't go to the hotel. We came directly here for the guys that were flying in on the team plane from Lincoln. Came right to practice, sort of set the tone that, hey, we're here to play football. All the other stuff is great, but we're here to play a football game. And I thought Sierra asked me if he could talk to the team was great. And all he just simply said was, obviously we've been through a lot this year. We've had some great highs. We've had some low lows. But we do have a chance to, go out and play a top-ranked team. And what an experience it is to play one more game together. So I thought his call to the guys to have fun but to focus was great. And I think the guys have all focused at a high level.
Now, remember, T.J. Lateef, our quarterback, he got injured, had a hamstring injury in the final game of the season against Iowa, but it appears that T.J. is up and he's ready to go for the game this week.
Yeah, I think TJ is going to play great. It's been good for Jalen and Marcos to get a bunch of reps early, and then TJ took, he would take reps that didn't require him moving, But I always think there's something really cool about, like, when you're the starter and you're not getting reps because of an injury, which you don't love, but just the paying attention to things you have to notice. I think it really accelerates your development and your learning, and I think he's learned from that, and I think he looks good out there at practice. So I'm excited for him to play.
And the coach says that TJ is showing a lot of leadership as they prepare for the Utes this week.
And just being himself and just being one of the guys. I think at the end of the day, you're always looking for a quarterback who has it. And Steve Adazio used to say to me, you can't even describe what it is, but you know it when you see it. And, I want TJ to go out there and play with joy, practice and prepare, be coachable. I think, even in the Penn State game, the game didn't go our way. Like, out there with that crowd, that noise, that duress, and, every snap, every motion, silent cadence, he's getting guys lined up. I just think the guys, he doesn't have to be the guy being the spokesperson giving a bunch of speeches. He just has to do his job at a high level and prepare, and then, coach the guys in terms of, like, hey, be here, do this, and he's doing it at a really high level right now.
Now, the opposing side, Utah's head coach, Kyle Whittingham, he took the team to Las Vegas, got them all settled in, went through a couple of practices out in Vegas, and now he's flying the coop. He was hired over the weekend by Michigan. He's no longer with the team. In fact, he's instead down in Florida as Michigan gets ready to play in the Cheez-It Bowl this week. But our coach reflected on Kyle Whittingham.
Yeah, I was kind of hearing some rumors that he might get that job a couple, maybe about a week ago, kind of before it popped. And so, I know obviously when he announced it was his last game, I was like, great, like one more thing for Utah to be fired up about. But now it's Coach Scalley's first game, right? So I mean, they're a great football team. I know they'll be excited. And I've never met Kyle Whittingham, but just maybe we both at Under Armour. Let's see him every now and then here and there. I don't know him well. I'm just looking forward to seeing him. He's done such a great job. But now he'll be at Michigan, and he'll be a great fit, I'm sure.
All right, those are the comments from Matt Rule. Let's talk about that. The Utah coach, Kyle Whittingham, he was going to step down after this season. He has been involved with the Utah program for like 32 years, including 21 years as the head coach. A successful guy, 177 and 88 out in Utah, but plans were that he was going to step down after the game against Nebraska in this bowl game, the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. He was going to call her quits. Now, he's not even going to coach the team in the bowl game. He's flown the coop, and he's now the head coach of Michigan. He's joined the team in Orlando for the Cheez-It Bowl. Not going to coach, but he's going to be on hand to meet some of the players and to watch their operations. He's in Orlando for the Cheez-It Bowl, while his former team is in Vegas getting ready to face Nebraska.
Well, for Michigan, it's a safe hire. A guy that's been consistent at the Big 12 level. Again, and I say this saying the Big 10 and the SEC are ginormous jumps from the rest of college football. You could go be amazing in the Big 12 and struggle in the Big 10. Just ask Scott Frost. So Whittingham's coming up, and he's gonna coach Michigan. Here's why you like it if you're Michigan. It reminds me very much of a Riley-esque move, where we wanted to change the culture. We wanted to kind of change your identity, and so we dynamically shifted the very nature of a man from a aggressive, hard-nosed, blue blood, aggressive guy like Bo to this softer, gentler Mr. Rogers neighborhood Mike Riley, where everyone gets sprinkles and yells hip hip hooray after victories. Whittingham feels like that because it's a safe move. He's not going to have the scandal, right? You had the Harbaugh, the spying scandal. So Michigan was reeling from that. They bring in Sharon Moore. Moore has the Mickey Joseph style scandal that's only getting worse and worse as you read into it. So you're looking for a guy that can just steady the boat. It was getting rocked by wave after wave after wave after wave, and it was about ready to tip over, and you're looking for a captain that can at least keep the ship steady. I don't think Kyle Whittingham is going to come in and win 10 games a year and go to and take Michigan to the playoffs, but I think he stabilizes that program to a point where they can be a solid 8-9 win team a year and contend in the Big Ten. But it's not the move that you make if you're going to be aggressively going after a playoff berth.
He's 66.
Yep.
Gets a 5-year contract at Michigan.
Yep.
He's 71 when he fulfills the contract. If he hopefully makes it that far. But anyway, interesting hire, Kyle Whittingham. So now Nebraska, is that a benefit for us?
Sure.
I don't know. Now you got a new guy stepping in. He's been the coach in waiting, I guess, for a couple of years. So he's got a firm handle on everything that Kyle's been doing.
I don't know that it's a benefit when you only got like 30 guys on the roster.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to be playing for us.
Exactly. That said, I still think 14 is high. I still think that line is high. Whether or not we win the game is, I have my doubts and concerns.
Oh, are you tipping your hand?
But I'm going to say I think that we can probably cover.
Uh-oh. He's tipping his hand for the Blazing 5.
That's the first game I'm looking at. It's a 14-point spread in a bowl game. When you don't know what's going to happen in bowl games, you don't know who's going to show up, you don't know what coach is going to start the youth movement early, and what coach is going to want to see what his roster is going to look like in 2027 as opposed to 2026. You just don't know. And so 14 is a high number for me.
Uh-oh.
I might be starting to...
Yeah, you're tipping your hand. Blazing.
Take a sip. Take a
you're
sip.
Drinking the Roulade. It's game week. It's game week. So anyway, the Huskers and Utah, 2:30 kickoff on ESPN. Just received word that the win and get in Week 18 showdown between the Ravens and the Steelers will take place on Sunday Night Football this weekend.
Let's go.
It's about time. The NFL is getting their crap together and putting the games that are the most important in the primetime slots. So the Ravens and the Steelers going to be the Sunday night game this week on NBC, 7:20 starting time. The Ravens-Steelers winner will capture the AFC North title and secure the number 4 seed in the playoffs. The loser is home for the season, so that's a winner-take-all game on this Sunday night. Two other matchups with playoff implications will take place as part of a Saturday doubleheader this week on ABC and ESPN. Wow. Carolina Panthers will visit the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 3:30, with both teams still hopeful of winning the NFC South. And the late game on Saturday will see the Seattle Seahawks visit the San Francisco 49ers, with a winner between these playoff-bound teams capturing the NFC West title and the number one seed in the conference. So everybody also play on Sunday. The also-rans and the teams that have already clinched playoff spots. So Sunday is going to be a blasé day in the NFL this weekend, but it's going to get started on Saturday with a couple of games involving some playoff teams, and then the Sunday night showdown between the Ravens and the Steelers. So that's good news. Kudos to the NFL for putting that together as well.
Yeah, you had 18 weeks, and you got it right twice. So good work on Sunday Night Football. Obviously the winner in game. I don't know, man. Pittsburgh, I have a lot of questions. First of all, DK Metcalf's suspension comes at the absolute worst time for Pittsburgh, but you gotta roll with that punch, literally. Aaron Rodgers looked like trash. The line couldn't protect. Cleveland made him look bad, and that's not good for them moving forward. They're going to go up against Derrick Henry, who, by the way, just had the most monster day of any running back in the history of running backs. Just absolutely shredded and shoved last weekend. Baltimore,
I'm ready to – wait, I got to get my hands out. My hands out. I'm going to pat myself on the back right here.
Why?
I'm going to pat myself on the back.
For?
I remember me telling you that Aaron Rodgers would take Pittsburgh to the playoffs. I said they probably wouldn't win the division.
They're not getting in.
But they're going to get in with a victory on Sunday against the Ravens.
Oh, I don't think they beat Baltimore. No.
Well, if they don't, then they're not in.
So then you don't. You patted yourself a little early.
No, I'm patting myself on the back because I think the Steelers will beat the Ravens.
What are you? Whoa! Are you tipping your hand?
I could be tipping my hand.
Also, what's in your coffee mug?
Mike Tomlin aid.
You saw the game?
I saw the game, but it's not the playoffs.
One seed to the NFC is more important and gets a short week than the AFC North doesn't matter.
All right.
I mean, that's an opinion from a 49ers fan.
I think the 49ers look good.
Brock Purdy looks great.
Yeah, I told my wife last night, I said, don't be surprised that San Francisco plays New England in the Super Bowl. And I just happen to have in my closet, since the Chiefs are not in.
San Francisco and New England, huh?
I've got a New England Patriots sweatshirt in my closet. And I've also got a Jacksonville Jags sweatshirt. So those are some teams I could be rooting for.
Trevor Lawrence confuses me. That's a topic for another time.
The only reason I got a Jacksonville Jaguars sweatshirt is because I won it at one of those.
You're saying
auctions.
Early December 29th Super Bowl, you're saying 49ers Patriots.
Possibility.
Okay.
All right.
I'll say Philly New England.
God, not Philly again.
It'll be Philly again.
I'm tired of seeing Philadelphia because they do that tush push. And that's another conversation for another day. 7:58, let's get a quick news update here on Extreme Sports.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
The next big thing that we'll be focused on in the news department will be coming up in January, and that'll be when the Nebraska legislature reconvenes for the 2026 session. This session likely centered around the state budget. When the legislature facing a significant budget deficit, Speaker John Arch identified balancing the budget and addressing several revenue shortfalls as his top priorities. Lawmakers are expected to assess funding needs across state services and consider difficult decisions to close the gap. Arch, who is term limited and beginning his final session as Speaker, emphasized the importance of timely debate and cooperation among senators to tackle these fiscal challenges. The Nebraska legislature holds annual sessions starting the first Wednesday after the first Monday in January. The 2025 session carried over bills to the 2026 short 60-day window, which will address key issues like child welfare, health care, and economic development. This is coming up on 8 o'clock. We'll head over to the East Side Studios. Mike Will with your update on sports.
Well, the Hastings College basketball teams will return to the floor this week. The women will play an exhibition game at Augustana on Wednesday beginning at noon. The men will play Friends University on Wednesday beginning at 1 at Lynn Farrell Arena. We'll have the men's game on Extreme Sports beginning with the pregame at about 12:45 on Wednesday. The Nebraska Kearney basketball teams will battle Missouri Western on Thursday at the Health and Sports Center. Women's game will be at 5:30 with the men to follow at 7:30. High school basketball teams will be involved with holiday tournaments this week. Adams Central will play in the Boone Central Holiday Tournament beginning tomorrow. St. Cecilia will play tomorrow in the Kearney Catholic Holiday Tournament. That's a check on your sports headlines at 8 o'clock on Extreme Sports.
Here's a look at your weather forecast, powered by weatherology.com. 29 today, under sunny skies, northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, lows level off around 15. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow, highs around 49. Mid-50s Wednesday, turning much cooler on Thursday with highs in the upper 30s. And that's your forecast. I'm meteorologist Paul.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
All right, Mike Will, Science Center Bronick with you. It's a Monday, coming back from the Christmas holiday break. Again, we'll be here tomorrow.
I love this.
Yeah, the Blazing Five. We'll be here tomorrow for the Blazing Five. We'll have it 7:30. Then you and I are taking Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. And then we'll be back a week from today. That's all right. I guess that's all right.
Yeah. It is all right.
There's going to be a lot of other people doing the same thing as
Get
we
used
are.
to the, like, don't, I feel like you feel like it's, like we're doing something taboo.
Well, it is. I don't want to leave everybody. No, I don't want to leave everybody shorthanded. I mean, we've gotten people into the routine of joining us every morning.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I feel like we're leaving them in the dark.
I get that, but
just think when we come back after the New Year's holiday break, that's a long time before we get a day off.
Yeah, I know. Memorial Day.
We got to work January, February, March, April, and most of May before getting a day off?
Perhaps. Quick glance at the calendar. I'm going to do this really quick. Nope. So
what?
Tuesday, March 17th.
What's that, St. Patrick's Day?
It's on a Tuesday.
So that's not going to be good.
We should probably take Wednesday off.
No, we're not taking Wednesday after St. Patrick's Day.
Come on.
That's a long way away.
Long.
We'll discuss that.
Thursday, Friday.
Might be looking. No, we're not taking the rest of the week
It's
off.
the NCAA basketball tournament.
That's all right. It's not going to interfere with us at 7 a.m. in the morning.
You talk about unproductive weeks. That's another unproductive week.
I might be looking for a co-host for that week. Stroman's probably available.
He's got baseball.
Yeah, I know we can probably slide him in for a co-host. Might be looking for a co-host for the day after day after St. Patrick's Day. Anyway, that's on the agenda. That's on the agenda coming up. Yeah, so enjoy your days off for the rest of the week. Might not have one for a while.
It's cold.
It is 10 degrees.
It's too damn cold.
It was miserable over the weekend. miserable over the weekend, but it's going to be warming up.
Minus the 2 days that we had in the 70s.
We'll take those.
Out of absolutely nowhere.
All right, so Blazing 5 tomorrow morning at 7:30. For those of you involved with the Blazing 5, get your picks ready to go. We got to do better than last week. None of us. Shane had a 3-2 record to kind of lead us, but you and I, we sucked.
We stunk.
2-3. So, all right. Anything else on your agenda for a Monday?
No, we covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we did.
Good work.
And there's probably a lot of stuff we didn't cover, but we'll get to tomorrow. So, all right. So, a couple of things you got to do today to get started, and then we'll wind back down again. All right. So, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 for Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.